Have you ever seen do you ever watch the show Black Mirror?
Black Mirror, yeah, it's good.
There's an episode about video games. Wait, hold on, let me remember it.
I saw that one.
Which one was that? Why am I blanking here?
That was a scary one.
The one with spiders and shit in the house?
Yeah.
And like he was like, I forgot how he got to the house though. Wasn't it like a newspaper article and they're like recruiting people, right?
And he was in a foreign country.
Yes, and he was traveling. Yeah, that's what it was.
And they offered a lot of money to test the game.
Yes, and he went into the game and he went to a house, right?
And it's supposed to be the scariest game ever created. The scariest experience.
How did he get in the house? I don't remember.
Well, they invited him in, and then he was in that room, right?
Yes.
And they gave him the chip or something.
And then they told him, like, all you got to do is sleep here, right?
And they told him no cell phones allowed in the room, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
And then something happened with his phone where, like, he got a call at that moment, and it fucked up the game or something, right?
I don't remember. Is that how
so
it ended?
Weird. Because it had like loops, like it seemed like he made it home, but then he was just back in the game.
Oh,
like, it was
shit.
So
Dude,
weird.
yeah, I think I remember that. I need to rewatch that. Because I remember thinking this is out of this fucking world. Because remember those giant spiders were in there? And then it got like and that's like one of my biggest fears. And so I know if they put me in a game about my fears, that'd be the first thing that would attack me. Would be a fucking giant spider.
That was a trip.
But that's a crazy show how they always touch on technology stuff. And that's what it reminded me of when you were talking about that rehab place. When I watch Black Mirror, it just reminds me how much how fucking scary technology is.
Yeah.
I went.
Why is it called Black Mirror? Right. It seems like they're trying to show us a possible future of technology, and like.
What do you think? What would be your theory?
Like they're trying to redirect us, or like make everybody aware of the dangers of technology in a way, like.
So what does the name Black Mirror have to do with that? Like, what are they relating?
Well, it's like a magical mirror, like a scroll mirror, because like when the screen is turned off, it's just a black screen. It's a black mirror. So
and you can kind of see yourself in the reflection a little bit on your phone.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I never thought of that. Because that show freaked me the fuck out, dude, when I first saw it. Everyone was talking about it. And I didn't know. Did you ever watch The Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone?
Like back in the day?
Yeah,
That's essentially
I don't remember
what it
it
is.
too well.
It was like a bunch of mini stories. I didn't know it was like that. And someone's like, you got to watch Black Mirror. And I was like, all right, cool. I saw it was a Netflix show and I saw it was a series, right? I thought it was going to be one long story. And so if you watch the first episode of Black Mirror, like season 1, episode 1, it is weird as shit. It's about the president that gets the terrorists make him like bone a pig.
Oh,
remember that? And
it's crazy.
And the whole time I'm like, what a weird way to start a show. Like the show starts and there's like this terrorist, like, you know what I mean? And I'm like,
gonna try to keep going off.
And
of
and I'm waiting for like story development. So at the end of the episode, like he like ends up like banging out the pig and like, and then I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't even know what like episodes 2 is gonna be about.
How are they gonna build off of this?
Like what happens next? Like he goes home and chops his dick off, like and like goes into this fucking depression. Like I was waiting for. I'm like, dude, how crazier can it get? And then it was a totally different story. And I'm like, oh, that's just how they do things.
It's just
each
one story.
episode's a different story.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I didn't like. I remember. Oh, that's what it was. I didn't watch the second episode because I'm like, I don't fucking. This is a weird show. And then I saw someone else on Facebook post about a different one. I'm like, I don't remember. It was a character, an actor that I liked, and I'm like, I don't remember him being in that show. And then so I went and watched the second. And that's when I caught on to that. It was like different stories.
Yeah.
But that show's pretty fucking epic, dude. Yeah. And if you don't like it, just skip it and go to the next one because they have some that are weird and some that are like beyond awesome. What do you think's your favorite episode?
Favorite one?
Is there any that pop up?
No.
No. Did you watch any of the new season?
Yeah, I saw the new season.
What'd you think of the Miley one?
The Miley Cyrus?
Yeah.
I thought it was weird.
Dude, I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
I thought it started off like cool. Like this, I could see where this is going. And then it turned into like a Disney movie.
Yeah,
it
was
like a darker Disney movie. And so I hated it.
It was one of the weaker ones, I thought.
One of the cool ones that I saw, though, did you see the video game one?
The video game? Which one?
Bro, where the two college friends played video games a lot online.
Oh, yeah. That was crazy.
Dude. And then they were playing like the like Mortal Kombat style game. And then they end up like falling in love with each other. Like I was just like, what the fuck? Because at first when you watch it, like it feels weird. And then I go, dude, this for sure can fucking happen.
It brings up a lot of like ethical morals and shit. Like
what? Because isn't that already happening in today's world? So that's why I love that they did that episode, right? Because it's so metaphorical. It's like, all right, we all think of this, right? You know what I mean? We think of ourselves in a certain way, and then we also understand that when you go online, you can become a different person. That's a fact, right? That's a fact today. You can go online and be any fucking person you want. And trust me, as someone who has a YouTube channel, I know that. Because I have people that comment on my shit, like some evil shit, and it's some weird-ass fuck in his room, I bet, somewhere in, you know what I mean, wherever he's at. Like, he would never say that to my face, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the trolls.
Yeah, and so it's like you feel powerful. So that it happens, bro. You can go, I watch Catfish. Love that show. You can go online and be anything you want, right? So that's for sure a thing. So in the future, when you can do VR games online and actually have emotions and feelings tied to the game, that's for sure a possibility, man. In the same way now that we have the older... What's the best way I can put this? The older group, right? Like there's like the... traditional values, right? Maybe our parents, if your parents are old enough, if not their parents, right? The parents that maybe were closer to racism, the parents that were closer to like where weed was the worst thing in the fucking world, right? It was destroying lives. The people that didn't understand gay people, like that era. We're in this era where our generation kind of gets that a little bit more, right? And so we understand it.
It's unfolding.
But they don't really know that yet, right? Like that generation still thinks that those things are okay, or not all of them have understood it, right? But I like that episode because it kind of shows you that in the future, the people now, when they're in that situation, like what would they do? Maybe they would. Maybe maybe the person that never got out much, or whatever the case is. In the show, it wasn't that way, but maybe the dude that plays video games that only believes that like men should be with other women and never other men, they only believe that because they fucking never get out and experience the world, right? And let's say they have emotions in a video game and they're forced to deal with their feelings and like figure that shit out. That's why I like that episode, dude, because I feel like it's enlightening, and it's a projection on what the future will be like. I guarantee you that will happen in the future. Maybe not in the exact same way, but symbolically, like that generation of people, our generation and the younger generations will be forced to like understand like what it is to be in those situations, and then figure out how real is this. You know what I mean?
Like even deeper, like